What's up, everyone? Welcome to another edition of the Sarlacc Digest, a podcast bringing you line talk and digesting Star Wars topics over 1,000 years. This is episode 175, being recorded on September 7th, 2022. I am your host, Darth Moocher. I've got Scott Solo here with me.
What's up, nerds?
We got Grand Admiral Franz.
Hey there.
We've got Bootleg Joe.
I'm here.
And the man who never stops podcasting, Ernie the Fallen Fett.
Hey guys, what's up? Sorry, I'm just here putting a post up that we're live right now, like everybody in the pit should be doing right now.
Dang right, man.
Share.
Well, before we shout out the pit, who is actually live today, and welcome everybody, we want to give a special shout out to our Patreons. So, Scott, why don't you go ahead and do that?
You got it, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Once again, thank you one and all for being here, and special thank you to our Patreon patrons. We really do appreciate you. Every dollar you give to us goes right back into the production of this show, and it would not be like this without you. So we really do appreciate you. If you're interested in joining our Patreon crew, please log on to patreon.com/Sarlacc Digest Podcast and just donate a couple of bucks and we will give you a shout out on every show. It's that easy. And with that, we'd like to say a special thank you to Nicholas Schaefer, Ryan and the Star Joes, Cliff, Don and Brady of the Escape Pod podcast on the Red 5 network. That's our network. Flavy Davy, formerly of the Nerds with Attitude podcast, who is buying a crap load of action figures for me. There is a massive box right next to me loaded with Black Series for that.
Nice pile of loot.
It is his pile of loot, yes. Don the Dad Dorn, Justin the Vanilla Thunder, Mervine, Gavin Connor of the All Cure Holy Hour podcast, Crystal Lamphere, Brandon and Anya Epler, AJ from the Forbidden Panel. Thank you, one and all. Hey, you know who's not on our Patreon list? That would be Grand Admiral Franz. He's not on our Patreon list anymore.
Really?
I'm not either.
Yeah.
Or Ernie.
I'm not.
They're not
either.
fans. That's why they hate
They're
us.
not fans. They don't like us. I don't know what this
F
is all
this
about.
shit. Yeah.
I'm here live in person.
I'm the paid talent.
Right.
That's where our Patreon money goes.
Right. The hell am I putting in on this shit for? No.
So I mean, every dollar goes right back into Chris's pocket, so he can join us every.
Pops
That
aren't
wasn't
cheap,
in
man. They're plentiful.
That wasn't in. Yeah, that wasn't in our contract. And plus, Scott, I need more all pink Starburst. So
yeah,
I'm out.
If you're not paying, that's why Ernie was gone. He had a walkout for a while. That's like NBA players. He was sitting out, you know. And lucky you caught me on the cheap, dude. So I mean, keeping me around for another 3 months is pretty major, man.
Yeah,
so
that's true.
I think we need to stop bitching about who's on the Patreon list and let's just roll.
Keep giving me more Patreons. I need more sabers.
Yeah.
Okay. Chris,
my
we got
God.
D23 coming up. Chris needs pops.
That's right. Yeah.
Did they announce any? I didn't see any today.
What's it do?
I didn't see any pops.
I haven't either. Yeah.
Bullshit. I'm not going to be a battle droid anyway, so F them.
A lot of shirts and
Oh
socks.
my God,
and-
I would love if it's going to be.
It needs to
That'd be hilarious.
So with that, I'm also going to shout out the names of the guests we have in the pit right now.
Yes.
Getting
The
digested.
pit being digested. Yeah, absolutely.
We've got Bootleg Joe. He's in there. He's
Hello.
keeping the peace, watching out everybody, making sure you guys aren't pulling some fast ones.
So behave.
That's right. He's probably going to be the one to really mess things up, not you guys.
Yeah.
Anonymous Dude 123. Gordon's in there. Mando Mike
Gordon.
is in there. Mando Mike is currently completely disassembling his Black Series Han Solo Carbonite so he can add lights to it because that went so well with the Razor Crest that is still in pieces all over his living room.
Ooh, called out.
Called out. Berserk 69. Hey, I'm in there. Matt Logic. Gavin
Matt!
Connor. Hey, what's
Sorry.
up, Matt?
Sorry,
Gavin Connor.
I got to meet him this last week.
Yeah.
And I'm still on a high from that because the dude's awesome.
We
What's up,
did.
Matt?
Gavin Connor from the Holy Hour podcast. He's in there. Let's see. Mark Ross is in there. Hey, Mark Ross, how you doing, man? Santo 1414, Cliff, and yeah. So
Awesome.
it's a rowdy bunch. There's a lot of stuff to go through already.
Yeah. Too bad there's no Star Wars stuff to go through.
All right, guys, it was a nice
It's been a
show.
great show.
I mean,
Till next week.
yeah.
After this
So
weekend.
I do want to do the tradition of there is 14 days till Andor, so we do have that. So 2 full solid weeks, man. There was that thing that I don't know if anybody saw it, but it was Diego Luna doing the here's how the rebellion rises, but he was like a recap of where the timeline fits in, and it was like an infomercial to everybody else on the people who ask, okay, what are we doing? What's Andor, right? So I thought that was kind of cool. If they continue that kind of trend, would be awesome.
They need to for the layman's, right? For the people that don't know where this is going to land.
Muggles,
why is this guy's dead? You know, how are we dealing with it's Star Wars. It's a prequel.
It was kind of cool, right? Like it showed the timeline. It said this is basically where Andor fits, and then here's Rogue One, and here's A New Hope, and then at the end he finished it off with like, without this story, we would have nothing. It's basically like
that's what he said. He says this is where you're going to find out how it started at all. And when I heard that, I was taking that to mean the Mandoverse, the sequels, and everything. Like Andor is good. Like I talked about on Hoth, right? It's going to link to everything. There's going to be connections to a whole bunch of stuff. Yeah. And I realized today that I'm going to get a Mon Mothma pop at some point. That's pretty cool.
You will.
I'm excited for Andor.
Before we get a Black Series figure, absolutely.
Oh, 100%.
Before you get a battle droid, you'll get a Mon Mothma.
Yes, you're right, and that's so stupid. Unless there's a battle droid somehow in Andor.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah, like Gordon is saying, the new Andor teaser with mostly Mon Mothma was pretty cool. Yeah, the hype is there. I kind of glance at these nowadays. Like I kind of go, cool. And I'm with Chris on this. Like, just give it to me now. Like I'm ready to stay up till 3 a.m. watching the first 3 episodes.
Damn straight.
Yeah. So let's see. Matt Logic. Yeah. So Darth Butcher and Fallen Fate was great meetup. Great meeting the other Star Wars fans and collectors. Yeah, man. Like we got to meet. It's always fun to put a face to a name, right? So we got to meet Matt Logic and a whole bunch of other Toy Migos at Toy Migos meetup. Last Saturday, and you almost so sorry you couldn't be on the show last week, but the guys held it down also, so I want to thank you to Bootleg, Scott, and Grand Admiral Franz for throwing that down. I had fun being a listener that day too, so but don't worry.
I wish I was a part of yours and Ernie's caravan of courage down to Frankenstein's.
I don't know, dude.
You could have came. I've only been announcing it.
Yeah, I don't know.
I didn't know you guys were going down there together. I would have said, "Hey, I want to go."
Well, there was
that was actually last minute. Yeah, that was actually last minute. Yeah,
I didn't call out of work that day.
And if I had another person, if I had another person in my car, we probably would be still stuck or dead because almost broke down on the, going up the pass. So,
oh no,
there's nothing that sobers you up really quick than 109-degree weather and realizing
car.
Are we going to have to push this shit up the hill?
Yeah.
No. I almost started crying.
Yeah,
I did.
I wanted to go just to hang out and just to meet some people, but it's just
great,
too hot to leave my house right now, man. I just...
Yeah, I almost didn't do a show right now because it was so hot, but it turned out into a great episode. But
awesome.
That was cool. Joe, you got to try and make it next time. Yeah, we've been hitting it up, man. We had a 2-year anniversary meetup, Toy Migos Con that we did. Had some of the listeners come out, so we had Matt Logic there. That was great. Before, it's been other people and like Silent Zombie and like that. So this one was cool. We wanted to grow even more and meet everybody and hang out. So Marco, last minute, was able to pick me up. So that was cool. I didn't have to jam all the way out to Cheney's. And then we made the trek out there, met some people, and then we went to go eat, broke bread with everybody. And then, on the way home, I didn't know there was a weight limit to your car. I'm sorry. But
I know now.
It just almost blew up. Yeah, next time if we're all gonna go, then we should just get a damn rental.
Yeah, we're renting a van, dude.
We'll get a van.
That would be intense.
Make sure it has good AC, and then head down because it was cool. It was a lot of fun. Those meetups are awesome, and especially to go eat. But next year will be even bigger. So Joe, make sure you ask for the day off because it was.
You say it will be even bigger, or it will be even bigger.
It will.
Oh, got you. Making sure.
Bigger.
It will be even bigger.
Yes, Cliff. It almost turned out with that. All right, punch it. It almost did it.
It did.
Almost had that moment, but we survived.
And I would have said, Mikey, do you got it while you're pushing? Hell, no. It was bad, Joey. It was bad. I was saying prayers. I kept doing the sign of the cross.
Who was playing the part of Miss LaRusso?
Marco was.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah.
That fits.
Oh, yeah.
I swear to God. Yeah.
Well, let
it's
us know
because
when the
we're-
next one's coming up, man. I'd be interested in going.
A year
especially
from
if
this
it's cooler.
weekend.
Yeah,
Yeah, a year.
Can we do it?
Another
Can we
year.
do it in the winter?
Yeah. No, I know. Yeah. Maybe we can move it to then. But yeah,
There's enough
another
sweaty
year.
people at Frankensons without the actual heat.
Yeah.
It could be
Yeah.
40 and it's still going to be a bunch of
Yeah.
sweat inside that
Yeah.
joint.
And
Yeah,
it was
but
packed.
It was
Okay.
packed.
Well,
But
yeah,
it was
a
still a lot of fun.
It was a Toy Migos meetup. Hell yeah, it was packed.
Yeah, it was packed. And we had to park out way in the thing. They're announcing now where if you park in that hour parking, you will get towed.
Yeah.
They had the announcement going on for that. So
Yeah.
we got lucky. I mean, we ended up way out at the end, but we still got lucky. We almost saw a fight when we were leaving because they were fighting for the parking
Oh, yeah.
space. Yeah.
Good times.
It was that hot. It was
Welcome
bad.
to
And then we
Southern
got to go eat.
California.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then we got to go eat, and that was fun. And,
Yeah, it was-
and
it
sit
was a good
amongst
hangout,
other
man.
toy friends, and it
It
was
made
cool.
it made it like, when we do our May 4th event, just made it that
Uh-huh.
much more like eager. I'm like, oh, can't wait to
Yeah.
do
Yeah.
it again, to do it again, because it's fun to kind of, like I said, put faces to names that we see in the chat all the time, and just kind of talk shop and have fun. Watch Ernie get drunk. It's fun. That's always fun.
I had way too much to drink. They
And maybe-
just kept putting drinks in my face.
And maybe want to do another cantina night, just to hang out
Oh,
and
I missed
yeah,
that.
and
that's
do that.
The weekend after Logan's leaving this weekend.
Mhm.
Okay.
Weekend after next, and we'll
Okay.
give me a break in between,
Sure.
and we'll do another one.
Yeah, dude, that's a lot of fun, man.
Yeah, I must
Um,
have been that drunk because Margot just kept laughing at me and said, "I want to do a cantina night."
Yeah, that's what I did. On the way out, I was like, man, that made me miss. Like, we should do
I wanna
a break
film
out
you.
the Galaxy's Edge cookbook again, and
Yeah.
it was fun.
And play some tabletop games, Marco.
Yes, we're
was
playing
cool.
some X-wing, some Legion,
There you go.
and then we'll turn into D&D night. At the end.
Yay!
All right.
Yeah.
Cool.
Oh man, I want to cross this line with you, Marco. I want to cross the line.
Oh, dude, we're not
Oh,
crossing. We are leaping over that.
yeah,
bastard.
I'm ready.
Well,
It's time.
as anybody can tell, you guys, we're talking about other things because Star Wars is such
There's
a
no
drought.
damn Star Wars
Yeah,
topics.
there's nothing to talk about, but somebody crawled out from their hole this last week in a major way, a Star Wars creator, or someone that's starting to it's so funny. I say these things sarcastically because it could be great, but Rian Johnson is back in the spotlight in a big way because he came out and says he said it's there's enough time that's passed that I can actually come out and talk about, like, he's starting to talk about Last Jedi again.
Oh,
And he's starting to
Jesus.
talk about he's talking about like how his experience on it and writing these things stuff. And of course it was someone asked him about he's still on for the trilogy that he's making and stuff. So right away I'm like, okay, we were doing just good with Kenobi. We were fine. We were perfect. We got over some of the stuff with Boba Fett. Like, we were just getting along. Kenobi came, put us all back together. And now this dude has to come back. Like, he could probably, and here's the thing. He could probably have a really good script in his hand and turn it and do something really cool because it's not toying with anything that, lore or whatever, but it's damned from the start. And that's where I'm like, should this be like something that he should be like, look, yeah, it's too toxic, it's too volatile, maybe I should walk away. But his ego's too big, that he's just like, here's another gasoline tank on the fire. What are you guys' thoughts on that?
I think having him involved in anything right now is just looking for trouble, to be
It's
honest.
still
and to your
In
point,
Star Wars.
yeah,
In
I think,
Star Wars.
yeah, because I think Knives Out is great. I can't wait.
Knives
for
Out is great,
too.
and his sequel I can't wait for. So.
Yeah, but to talk about like Last Jedi, to bring that up, and I would just leave it because if I'm thinking about it, and I'm thinking about it, take it out of the Skywalker saga. Pretend those are different characters in the Old Republic. The movie is completely different, right? You can keep the same exact plot. Just change around a Sith Lord here and a Jedi Master there, and we would have accepted it and been quite fine with it. Even the Canto Bite BS, right? It's just that we had to deal with, some of our legacy characters going the way they did, and
and Cliff and I talked about this too a while ago when Last Jedi came out, and it wasn't so much the movie. Like, okay, we discuss movie as fans, and we can break it down, and we can kind of talk our way in and out of things, and really dislike a lot of things. But it was Rian Johnson's interview attitude outside the movie spectrum, calling out fans, calling out us being babies, really battling the fans, which got him into the blacklisted side of things. Where, like I said, I think here collectively we're like, hey, I mean, we have our thoughts about the sequels and Last Jedi particularly and everything, but there is some very volatile things if he comes back in the spotlight that fans don't forgive this kind of stuff, and that's what. And it's forcing there's the thing. It's like it's forcing us to get a bad even worse name, because it's gonna be, like I said, another fuel can on the fire, where we're gonna talk about these things, especially if he starts battling us again, and then outsiders are gonna call us babies again, and it's like,
yeah, you're right. It's and that's exactly it too. It's the fact that he's got. It's anything with his name on it with Star Wars right there. It's gonna immediately have a backlash before anybody gives it 5 seconds worth of an attempt, try. Right?
That's it.
You'll see the first teaser trailer. It could be the most glorious thing, but people will nitpick a teaser trailer to death because it's got his name attached to it.
Yeah.
I don't think enough time has passed, and I don't think I think he just needs to. I think they need to move on.
Yeah,
I think so too, man. Like I said, I at this point, Disney got to know what everybody's saying on the outside.
He's used as clickbait already. Like if you go on Twitter, all of a sudden Last Jedi or Rian Johnson will be trending because people are just bashing him or love just to get clicks and likes.
Yes.
They bring up the topic all the time. I'm actually kind of wondering if him coming out and talking about Star Wars right now is for him to kind of move up, because when's Knives Out 2 come?
Oh, maybe you're right. Like get some press
soon.
Behind him.
So you figure half the fan base loves Last Jedi, half the fan base hates it. I think this fool would take the half the fan base that loves it, if just half the fan base that loves The Last Jedi watched Knives Out, he'd have a major success.
Yeah.
Right?
That
Any movie half of Star Wars. So if he pushes that and goes for that and pushes for the folks that just love Last Jedi, he'll get those viewers, and that's a way to get himself relevant and get some viewers for his
100%. Matt Logic mirroring your sentiment. The fact that we're talking about it.
Yes.
He's done his part.
Twitter
is
all over it. All you got to do is start him up, and he's trending for days, dude.
Yeah.
And
he seems like that kind of person that has that ego to do that. Like, maybe, hey, you know what? This is probably not going to go anywhere, but I'm going to stir the pot again, so where my movie becomes controversial. A controversial director that pissed off a fan base.
Glass Onion Knives Out Part 2 comes out, or a Knives Out story comes out December 23rd. So
Knives Out story.
Perfect timing, right?
A Knives Out story. Who just right? Stop. Dude, he's even doing that.
Oh no, I'm sorry. Glass Onion, a Knives Out mystery. I apologize. Okay, it was really small. Yeah.
Oh shit. I mean, like,
because
even playing that card, right? Like it's an anthology. Like we were doing with Solo, a Star Wars story, Rogue One, a Star Wars story. Just a Knives Out
telling
mystery.
You, man.
Get out of here. He's playing his card, and he's gonna milk that cow for a minute. So.
He knows what he's doing. He's been in it long enough.
Yeah, he's got PR people too, dude.
Right? He's just
like
Matt
Beetlejuice,
like
Crystal.
We are talking about him. That's it. You know he's using it because in this day and age, if you're trending, it doesn't matter what you're trending for. You're trending. Right. It really does. That whole saying of bad press is still good press.
Yeah.
Like he's
and I wanted to bring
he's trending. There it is.
You're totally right.
And I wanted to bring this up early enough because it's that thing where it's like it's almost like I see what you're doing. Like I see what you're doing. We're just getting along with Kenobi. Like we're just starting to all geek out on a lot of things. Maybe not all of Kenobi, but
even Kenobi had some contentious shit.
Yeah, it's like not all of it. Yeah. But
now we're starting to scab up, you know. The wounds are starting to scab up and heal, and this guy just came and saying, made bleed again.
So that's where I wanted to kind of like put the message out there now. It's like, look, we can still be whole. Like we don't need negativity in this, and it's almost like like Scott said, he could come up with the perfect script, and I don't know if people will go out of protest, not even watch it. Like
half the people will. It'll be a solo type box office.
Yeah, it will, and it'll be considered a failure, and then we'll be pushed back any other movies coming out. Right. And I'm not. You all know that I am not a hater of The Last Jedi. It's got some moments I don't like, but even saying that, I don't want that back. I don't want that air back. You know, I don't want that.
Yeah. No. I like geeking. I hate talking about things like I have to defend. Like I feel like I have to defend Star Wars, which I never want to, but
like it was my little brother or whatever it was. You just gotta. Anybody saying that they're not here to defend themselves or it can't defend itself. So
I like to talk about Luke's arc rather than the choices the director made about Luke's arc. That's just not how I roll. You know what I mean? So and that's basically what we do anyway. We take and canon it. You know, but we don't need that stuff. I don't understand the PR department of Disney saying like, you know, they've got to see the volatility and like, hey, this what works and this what doesn't work. So let's double down what doesn't work.
It's so what was his answer about the Star Wars trilogy? I didn't catch that. What was the actual answer when he got asked?
He said it's still working. He's still on it and he's excited to get back into writing it, and he still confirmed it's a trilogy. It's still on. But then he said he thought there was enough time that passed that he could start talking about Last Jedi again. That was a quote from him. And I'm sitting there going, there's never enough time for that.
Like, why?
No.
Yeah, we don't even talk about it.
You know, Joey just said the exact right word. Why? What is there to talk about? Why do you need to talk about it again?
There's only one reason to bring it up.
Just for clicks.
To bring it up to bring arguments.
Yeah, that's what's saying. Matt Lodge's Star Wars community is finally on the same page. And now the media is stirring the part. Yeah, I mean, more so like more things like we could stop.
Kenobi was easier than anything we've had lately. For sure.
So
and Andor looks to be the easiest one of the bunch. If it's Rogue One-ish, we're gonna have the easiest one in a while.
Mark Ross saying, I stand with gritty war movies specifically about stormtroopers or a single trooper on multiple deployments. That would be something we've never seen before. But
I would love that. He gets
like the opposite of Andor, right? Like what Andor's given us, give us the Empire version of it.
Or Solo, because like he had to go to different places and things. We get right into that Imperial thing, and you're a mud trooper now. Now you're a stormtrooper. Oh, you don't like you see like the memes or something, right? Oh, you don't like it here. Complain about your Tatooine deployment. Boom, you're on Hoth.
Yeah. That would be awesome.
I saw a meme about that the other day.
That's what I'm saying.
These helmets are.
I'm telling you, that would be so great because still one of the best things in Mandalorian was when Cara Dune got to approach that Empire figure and he said his speech. As far as you don't know, you blew up my family on the Death Star. Right. You did this and that, and it's so true. I remember love a different
also
side
been
of that.
said be careful humanizing the antagonist in Star Wars because because Star Wars there's a line divided between the two, and once you start humanizing the Empire, as much as we love the Empire and that we have the tattoos and the toys, as much as you start sitting there going like, because their political choices could be just like they're right, but
seeing it from that side or like a Finn story though, how Finn wanted to get out and he changed his mind.
Yeah, well, First Order is different, right? Because First Order is like there is no redemption to what they were doing.
They also spent three whole movies. They also spent 3 whole movies humanizing Darth Vader. So.
Yeah, no, I don't think the Emperor is the Empire, right? They never, ever came close to humanizing Palpatine. There is no humanizing Palpatine. Even Tarkin's book didn't do anything to humanize Tarkin, although you understood him a little more why he was so gruff, but it wasn't humanizing him. I think stormtroopers, because there's so many of them, it's not a big deal, right? You can humanize some of the stormtroopers to show that some of these guys, kind of like the Clerks talk, right? Not everybody was in here for the cause. Some of them were here for a paycheck. They joined the service. It was their duty. They were drafted, whatever the hell it was, right? They were there. So to that point, I wouldn't mind seeing both angles. You've seen it in Lost Stars, that's a good example of that. So.
Great book.
You saw it. Yeah, go ahead, Scott.
Mark Ross, Imperial officers can remain the monsters. Most troopers just don't want to be broke.
That's exactly 100%. Right.
Mando season 2 showed it right there when the confrontation with the other officer, and he was like kind of edging him on, like, of course we Operation Cinder, right? We destroyed those planets and good riddance, and the officers are the same sentiment as the Emperor. They're the stone hard faced. The Emperor's 100% right. You can't humanize those guys. Those guys are really into it. But trooper story. Okay, I'll change my view, saying like the ground enlisted forces, the ones that are cannon fodder, that could be the humanizing story of the Empire.
That's where Han Solo came from.
Yeah, you wouldn't want to humanize a Royal Guard or a Death Trooper, Right. But anybody else, you could totally do, and it'd be a mixed bag.
Just your regular old stormtrooper.
I figured if you were going to be if you're going to be a purge trooper, a death trooper, or a royal guard, you were going to be the top-notch evil of the troop.
Right.
They saw you doing something nasty, or you slit somebody's throat, or you cheated something, and you did, and they're like, "That's
he's officer material." Yeah,
bring him.
But for every one of them, then you've got a Miggs Mayfield, or you've got a Finn, or you've got name any other trooper, and that's what it could be about too. It could be how far a trooper can get pushed before he finally says that's it. He abandons his post.
I wouldn't mind seeing Miggs' story. Hit that the hell if I want to see Bill Burr in a whole series like every day. But if it was a quick 2 or 3 shot to give us that story about the general he knew, the officer he knew, and give us that battle or what was going down there, that'd be kind of a cool.
That'd be cool, man.
Side off mission.
Yeah.
Again, I don't know if I need Bill Burr full on, but
you don't need the Miggs Mayfield story, right? You don't need that, but some more backstory would be amazing.
It doesn't always have to be a series about somebody, right? I just find kind of like Clone Wars called The Lost Missions, right? You just do a bunch of side shows for three episodes or whatever, and you're like, these are the lost missions of Star Wars, and boom, you have all these cool live action things happening. And
see, that's
where
we're
getting Tales of the Jedi. So,
that's what I'm saying. I was just about to say like Tales of the Jedi, and then you got like Tales from the Empire, Tales from the Rebellion, or
like the old books, books, Tales from Jabba's Palace.
Dude, those are fantastic, right?
But at least in cartoon form, if not live action. Okay, I'm in.
I would love live action, but I don't think the budget's there for that. But
I think this is where we have to say goodbye to Gordon. Cliff, what about the love story between Rose and Finn? Oh, Gordon.
Okay, I'll use Gordon's pass. I'm going to use Gordon's pass right now. You get to stay because you're awesome.
Well,
and
while we're at it, why don't we just do a love story with TK421?
No, we don't bring that. Stop, Joey. That's not right. Oh, TK421. Anybody read the certain point of view? You go ahead the New Hope version. Go ahead and read it, and you guys, you're on your own.
And you got to go, and they go to room GF69 or whatever, or GM69.
Real quick before we move on to trivia or whatever we're going to do next, Mark Ross, or a horror film with troopers trying to escape Endor after the destruction of the Death Star. I will add, while being pursued by he did it for me. Think Predator, but with teddy bears. Exactly. Awesome. They're going to be eaten if they slow down. For that.
And then they run into like the cave where from the Ewok show and the spider deal, and they got to do all that.
The Gorlag and get chased by the Gorlags.
That would be freaking cool to do some stuff like that, right? And then then run into some Hoojibs.
Yes,
we just knock it all, put it all in there.
Put it all in there, dude. Yeah, why not?
We can make Endor straight up horror. You're right. Let's do it.
Yeah.
I'm in.
Horror Star. I think horror Star Wars. I'll put that on the wheel as R-rated Star Wars. So we'll bring if we ever do the wheel again, horror will definitely bring that back up. But also, I think Crystal E said put Rian Johnson on the wheel too, because that should spark.
I don't know. I think we've covered him to death pretty much.
I think we just did. That would he'll be the wheel.
And also, he will be brought up with the sequel stuff too.
Yeah.
I would. I'm right with you. I would buy every piece of merch. Imagine having a shelf of zombied out murder bears. I mean, just
blood dripping from them on their pops, just blood.
Yes.
I'm in.
That's my chase. The flocked bloody.
I'd be all in.
Yeah, the flocked.
No, it's wicked, man. You got or the little baby in the basket, just with like a bone sticking out of its mouth. Just gore. Yeah, it'd be amazing.
So tomorrow is Disney Plus Day. And
I forgot.
For Star Wars, for Star Wars, we are getting the Kenobi behind the scenes. So everybody, don't miss that if you like behind the scenes stuff. And then Friday is D23, so we'll have to put our ears to the ground and see what kind of slate or whatever. So this is kind of like the calm before the storm, before anything exciting new before Andor, right? Like if we get a sizzle reel of Ahsoka or something going on. I know that Alkalite is in full swing of production. Ahead of schedule from what I hear too. Maybe a Mando 3 something, but yeah. So keep your ears to the ground on D23 this weekend.
Yeah, they didn't really act like there was going to. There's all sorts of rumors around the MCU for D23, right? You figure that's because there's not a Marvel Celebration Is that probably why they use D23 kind of for Marvel and Disney, and they use Celebration for Star Wars?
A lot more
stuff.
Marvel stuff.
Yeah.
And I think they're trying to. I mean, Marvel's in that Phase 4 hype, or you know that Phase 4 into Phase 5. Yeah, sludge
not hype.
drip. Where it could kick off something like we're waiting for that kickoff. You know what I mean? Like, hey, let's get back into. Like,
where's the big bad? Where's the big overall?
Yeah,
bad?
Where's Thanos in this next phase? Right. So that's.
Yeah.
But so it could be. You're right. You're waiting for D23 to kind of like really pump it out. But Star Wars, we'll have to see. I know if I said for a fact, Disney Plus Day, we're getting the Kenobi behind the scenes, which is cool. Yeah,
that's cool.
That's gonna be a trend going mood for it, which I absolutely love. I'm really liking Disney Plus right now. There's a lot of things on there that I'm just really digging. As far as like behind the scenes stuff, they added more of that behind the attractions for Disney. It's so good. They? Yeah, there's like 4 or 5 more things. So nice. I've been watching that. I'll get back to Peacemaker. I promise.
Whatever, dude.
I promise.
I'm almost.
He's beyond caring.
No. I'll watch.
I do care, but
I'm gonna text you in a day or two.
Look,
hey, check this out. So.
I can't enlighten everyone's life if you're just resistant to it.
I'm not resistant. I just have a lot of
things. I'm just trying to bring you some joy and give you some goodness, and that's Peacemaker.
Like I said, I'm not fighting it. I've had a lot of things on my plate, and I'll get to it. It's on my list.
I totally get it. That all the new shows you're caught up. I get it.
But those are.
But those are 6, 7, 8 months after.
Lord of the Rings, man.
It's been busy. Watching The Office, watching The Office for the 112th time.
I almost subscribed to Hulu just to watch The Office again. Like I miss. I mean, I have some seasons on DVD, but I really want to binge it again. But before we switch gears here, I gotta say that we are in a very, very cool and interesting time again. It's really cool how pop culture goes in waves. Like there's nothing for a long time, and all of a sudden there's just too much. Like there's like HBO Max is killing it, right? The Game of Thrones, House of the Dragon, Lord of the Rings. I mean, I like Lord of the Rings. I'll defend it.
I love Lord of the Rings.
And if I know there's controversial stuff, but I'll defend it. I still love watching it. I'm glad we have it. We have Cobra Kai coming out Friday.
Oh man,
we got Andor in 2 weeks. I mean, come on. It's like we're at that time where it's like, okay, this is gonna be overload. Overload now.
And then since they're all pretty much starting at this, they're all going to just die off at the same time. It's be like, oh, what do we do now?
That's true. Yeah, exactly. It's going to be like, boom.
But Disney Plus is going to keep going with the Star Wars content, with the Bad Batch, and with
It's not going to die off with Star Wars because I think
we should be cranking the rest. We should crank it for the next 7 months.
Yeah,
right.
Seriously.
That's true. But I mean, as far as give me something to watch almost every night.
Gordon here.
That's what we're gonna miss.
Gordon's rewatching Community, so damn funny. The D&D and GI Joe episodes are hilarious. They are fantastic.
100%, man.
Absolutely.
And I don't want to, go on a tangent, but the D&D movie that's coming out next year looks amazing.
Does it?
So who's with me? Who wants to go?
I'll go with you. But
I'll go.
All right, cool.
We'll at least see the trailers, and then I'll decide if I'm gonna stay.
Dude, the trailer's out. It's awesome. By the way, okay.
If you buy me popcorn, I'll stay for the whole thing.
I'll buy you a small popcorn. How about
that? Okay, that's fine.
You got to eat it one piece at a time.
Yeah.
That's cool.
You got to share it with.
Give me a Slurpee and I'm
Yeah, see?
Now you got a hole in the bottom too.
Yeah. Now you got a whole.
I'll take care of everything. I'll take care of everything.
Who wants to do some trivia?
Yeah.
Okay.
Scott got the. Well, where did you get this book? Did you have?
I got this book on October 4th, 1983, at a Riff book fair.
Wow.
It is the Jedi Masters quiz book.
Now, okay, so this is all right. This is gonna be fun, Pitt, because this book was written before anything. It didn't even have a title for A New Hope, right? Like
A New Hope was not listed in this as a title. It also does not have any Return of the Jedi questions except for one, and it's not an accurate answer anymore for the question.
Yeah, there's a lot of there's some funny things going on here, and this is why it's interesting to go with this book.
We're gonna do this for fun, not for score, since this is made up crap.
Really, not for score.
The funny thing is, it's like they've made this before EU existed. It's like before any kind of Splinter of the Mind's Eye. Right, might have been right around there.
When was that?
But really, they're straight up making things.
Yeah,
it was in between, right? We didn't even know they were his brother and sister yet. So
yeah. Oh,
it was
so
same time.
79.
Well,
79.
Same time frame, right around. Before Empire.
Yeah.
So yeah, wild.
Wow.
But anyway, we
Yeah.
had very little expanded universe.
Yeah.
This is how this game is going to work, gentlemen. Okay, we are going to go round robin here. And we're going to start with Darth Moocher. We're going to go to Grand Admiral France. We're then going to go to Bootleg Joe and then the Fallen Fett. But anybody can answer these questions. First person to answer the question, I don't know. We're not doing it for points. It doesn't really matter. But how we're going to do this, there are 423 questions in this book. I am not going to the true or false or the...
Can we just call it 420 to make me feel better?
I was just going to say, I'll reserve...
All right.
Chris will reserve number 420. I won't pick it for... That's yours.
All right, cool. I have question number 420 already marked.
Yeah, that's gotta be his.
Look at Crystal there. That's what this is going on right now.
Like, whose line is it anyway? The questions are made up and the points mean nothing.
Yes.
Exactly. Exactly.
Awesome. That's awesome.
All right. So what I want is questions number 1 through 420. Yeah. Question 69 is off the table because I already posted it in our community chat on YouTube.
Okay.
So, Darth Moocher, please.
All right. Let's go with the even number 100.
100. All right. Yeah. Question number 100 is right here. What was the name of Leia's father? This is going to be interesting to see. This is going to be interesting to see if they got it right and if it was
wrong. It's probably like Thomas with
I love it because they don't even know about Vader.
They don't.
At this point, right?
Oh, they don't.
No. Did we mention this was written by an 11-year-old freaking kid?
Yeah, that kid, Rusty Miller. All right.
Well, he's wrong.
Okay. According to Rusty Miller in the Jedi Master's Quiz Book, you are incorrect, sir. It is Bail Antilles.
Oh man,
he's incorrect. I'm gonna call this mother.
You should start. We should start keeping track and making notes.
So wrong.
But Organa was established before.
Chris,
wasn't it?
Please.
There is a difference.
Dad.
Yeah. Yes.
But isn't
yes,
like
it does.
Princess Leia Organa established before anything?
Vader's
toys?
A donor.
That is not the answer in the book. So the answer in the book is the answer we're going with.
That means she would have gone by Leia Antilles if we'd gone full name. I don't think we've ever gone full name.
No.
Yeah, it would have been.
We always just said Princess Leia. There was never Leia Organa.
That's what I'm saying. We have to look. It's like, when was Bail Organa established? Was it in canon figures? Was it in a book or because I don't think she was ever mentioned.
Or was it 1999?
Yeah, or 100%.
Could have been.
Wow.
All right.
Okay. Yeah. Well, research to do. Look at
us. What a dumb book. Go ahead.
All right, Chris. What is your question number?
Oh, it's gonna be 420. Hit it.
All right, 420. How did Han describe Lando to Leia? Let me look up the answer because it's
he's a scoundrel. You'll like him. Gambler, card player, scoundrel. You'll like him.
He's a card player, gambler, scoundrel. Yep, you got it.
Like yeah, he gets like
ding, ding, ding. No points needed. If there were points, though, I'd be ahead because he was wrong on Antilles. So
that is correct. Bootleg Joe, what is your Bueno?
Let me go 12.
Oh, going way back. Okay, I'll tell you right now. Question number 12 does relate to Star Wars, the first movie, because it wasn't A New Hope yet. How did R2-D2 and C-3PO get away from the captured rebel ship?
Escape pod.
You got it, sir. Ernie, the Fallen Fett. What's your number?
Answer is escape pod.
That's
escape pod.
Is that an escape pod right there?
Wow, what a strong
man! You're artistic.
77.
77. Your artistic capabilities are so far beyond mine.
See, Cliff. See, look, I feel vindicated. Kenner Toys has her as Princess Leia Organa.
I thought so.
See, that's so weird, right?
Yeah.
All right.
Wow.
The original Kenner toy. It's on.
I think so. I'll go pull it off the wall and I'll find it.
On the car. It's on the card.
Huh.
Yeah.
So that's weird. That book.
Cliff said it took him 30 seconds to research that. So
we're doing it. We're running the show here, man. That's what you're for, Chris.
I'm sure it's pretty accurate.
Oh,
that's right, Cliff. Thank you.
He put in the time, man.
He did. Yeah. He gets points. Cliff gets points. Okay, Ernie, here's your question. How did Han endanger all their lives in the trash compactor?
Oh,
I know.
Shooting the laser blaster.
He
Would
was
you try that
shooting.
already shot at?
Shooting. All right.
It's magnetically sealed. Put that thing away. Get us all killed.
I already tried that.
Did she call
All
him
right,
an idiot?
we're back to Darth Moocher. Pick a wild number, man. Let's just go.
Oh,
crazy
we're
here.
going with 369.
369.
If you can't give us 69, we're going with the
With 3 of them.
369s.
It's a
Three,
long
all right.
night.
Okay.
Bring your pills.
Wow. I got to look up this
Pit.
answer.
I don't see the pit answering. You guys need to be on that keyboard and answer.
That's what
Yeah,
Bootleg
Pit,
Joe's
let's
here
go.
for. He's supposed to
Come on.
watch that.
They'd like to chime in when we're losing.
Yeah,
We're missing
that's
stuff.
true.
It's not when we're
Yeah.
They're all suckers.
All right, here's your question. And I had to look it up because I didn't know the answer to it. It's one of those that's, questionable. What is the only book, and keep in mind this is 1982 when this was written, what is the only book in which a script of Star Wars is available?
only book.
Only book. Anybody?
Comic book.
I would say it would be I don't know.
Because
I
there
don't
was the
understand.
Marvel adaptation.
Book of the Wills.
King James,
Yeah.
King James Bible.
Yeah.
Can you use a
Our-
question in a sentence?
Sure.
What was the book?
I'm not understanding this. What do you mean? What book was
the
first
original
script
script? The original script was only found in one book. You couldn't just go buy the script.
Don't
You
worry,
had to
Mark
buy a
Ross.
book that had the script.
Yeah, don't worry. These questions are, like I said, written way in the past, and
Yeah.
they don't hold up as today.
No,
It's in
they're
a
very
it's in a
irrelevant.
Trapper notebook.
Man, and you've been picking the hard ones, dude, or at least the wrong ones and the hard
I
ones.
have.
You
I'm
guys
gonna
are
go with the Hollywood Reporter.
I love it.
You know that the Hollywood
Mike-
reporter there is pretty. That's pretty
Uh-huh.
intense. It is the art of Star Wars.
You're right. I have it.
Wow.
That was so
Sure.
stupid, but I didn't know that was the
You
first.
freaking
like,
have
the
it,
first-
Mooch.
I have it. Yeah.
Come
Jesus Christ.
on.
Like within reach. He's like, oh,
yeah.
this one.
No, it's. I have my life. I have my my Jedi archives right behind here.
You have a
It's
question
at the
from
end of his
1982
laptop.
sitting there, and it's like right there. There
Well,
you
I
go.
have the
Chris.
art because it's the white border with
23.
The yeah.
23.
Cliff said the Book of Boba Fett. He wins.
Boba Fett.
Cliff
All
wins
right,
tonight.
question. Question number 23. I see what you did there. What were the names of the two sons of Tatooine?
I went to a third of 69 is what I did there.
I
Said,
see.
I don't know. Who
I just
has
told
who,
you before show.
who names their sons? The question is, what are the okay? I do
This is
know,
true.
but I
Pay
didn't
attention.
know. Okay, they're Tattoo 1 and Tattoo 2. I get no points. Okay, because I know the answer to that.
Yeah.
But it's stupid. And I want to know why they would name Tatooine's sons Tattoo 1 and Tattoo 2. And who else's sons are they? Because Earth doesn't have a son and Mars doesn't have a son. We all have one son.
Right.
Who doesn't see these twin suns in the Outer Rim? Shouldn't
It's
they
like
all
if
see this?
Mars had life, it'd be Mars 1 and then Earth 1. Like, yeah. So
yeah.
Perhaps
So
they're the only. Perhaps Tatooine is the only planet in this particular system.
it's
not.
not.
No, Mike, Larry and Larry.
even
Larry.
to today on a map, when you
Larry.
find Tatooine and Dantooine and everything,
Oh, right, Tatooine.
they would all. They're still. No. Where's
Yeah.
twin sons? It's so stupid. But it's Tattoo 1 and Tattoo 2.
Bootleg Joe.
Yeah.
What is your number, sir?
Well, since we're going 69, how about 169?
Yeah.
169,
If that's all you
of
can
course.
get, you go for it. If you can get 3,
Nice.
you go for it.
All right, let's see. Question number 169. You guys are so fucking predictable. All
It's like
right.
a bunch
there
of
it is. There's the one.
14-year-olds.
What was the name of Wedge's gunner in the Hoth battle?
Jensen?
What was that?
Jensen? Or what was it?
You're
Jansen
so-
or Jensen?
There you go.
Jackson?
It's Jansen.
Yeah, Jackson.
Nice shot, Jansen.
Yeah.
And then you got the guy in the background going,
Yeah.
Yeah.
all right. Fallen
The,
Fett.
the
what is
rebels
your
are so
number?
positive.
I know.
Except for
What's your
Jack.
number, Fallen Fett?
88 because you get 8 twice.
Ah. See what you did there?
Everybody is so 14. Very good.
Who
Somebody's
did
going to use that
3PO
at work tomorrow.
Who did 3PO give thanks to when he was about to take his oil bath?
do we call George
Scott,
Lucas?
I'm going to go with who is the maker.
Yes,
Yes.
sir.
George
You
Lucas.
got it.
Circle gets a square.
George Lucas.
Oh,
Anakin Skywalker.
No,
Anakin's the maker.
We find out later is Annie. Little Annie.
Yeah.
Little
George
Annie's
Lucas will always
The
be
maker.
Yes, to us, Lucas will always be the maker, but in movie form now, it's Little Annie.
Little Orphan Annie.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Are you an angel?
So you want to do one more round?
One
and then
more
spin the
round
wheel?
of these. We're going to do one more
Oh
round.
my, we're going nuts today. Another round of trivia and a wheel.
And
Get energy going.
I didn't take a 5-hour energy before this. Jesus.
Let's go with the last question in the book.
Oh,
420.
Wasn't that 420? I did it.
Well, there's 423.
Whatever.
But,
We added 3.
What were the last words Luke said to Lando and Chewie as they departed? Think Empire Strikes Back because
he said we'll meet you at the rendezvous on Tatooine.
I do believe. Well, I know you're correct. Let's see what he says.
Yeah, let's see what he says.
Oh my God, he's got it all broken down into different categories in here.
Yeah, it might be May the. No, I don't think he said that.
No, I don't think so.
You are incorrect.
Is it? Is Ernie right? Ernie, we right?
Ernie, what'd you say?
May the force be with you.
Take care, you two. May the force be with you.
Oh, you're good job.
All right,
Ernie,
see, I got to go watch.
Yes.
Here's my fan card. I got to go watch Empire now.
Yes.
Oh, what a chore!
I will take Gordon's
movie
answer as a second runner-up.
My arm hurts.
Later, no. And Gordon said later, bitches.
Yeah. No,
Later, bitches.
I wonder what else this mechanical arm can do.
Chewie, when you get him out far enough, you know what to do to that traitorous son of a bitch. That's what you told him.
Grand Admiral Franz, what is your number?
My number will be. Well, shit. I don't know.
Question?
Let's do 222.
222. Okay, question number 222 is: which general commanded the Hoth base?
Riken.
That's the one. All right. Bootleg Joe, what is
He
your
didn't
number?
even look. I don't. This 11-year-old kid must have it down.
Oh, okay. All right.
You better look, dude.
But it's better. It's Riken.
It is Riken. Yeah, General Riken. There you go. All right. Bootleg Joe.
Let's just go a simple 100.
100.
I'm sorry, Anonymous, dude. You guys love Star Wars like I love pizza.
That's right. Anonymous,
Don't
dude.
underestimate our love for pizza.
And we never put pineapple. We never put pineapple on our Star Wars.
No.
You're wrong.
Yeah, that's the pineapple was the wrong answer. It's like, oh, we put pineapple.
Also, Cliff wants number 68 too. So throw that to Cliff after boot.
Okay.
And he owes you one.
I saw it.
We already did number 100. Or is this
69, 68.
We did 68. I can never point right.
No, Bootleg Joe just asked for number 100, and we've already done number 100.
Did we? Okay.
Yeah. What is Leia's father's name?
Okay, how about let's go 269.
269. Okay.
Or do we do that one?
269. What ships besides the Falcon were seen in the Rebel ice hangar? I gotta make sure
snow speeders.
That is the correct answer. Okay.
Why was it? Why wing
Yes.
fighters?
Keep going. Give me one more.
X-wing fighters.
You have 2 out of 3 correct. That is snow speeders and X-wing fighters.
There was Y-wings.
According to Rusty Miller, Rusty goddamn Miller.
God damn it, Rusty.
Okay, cover your ears, children.
There were Y-wings in Yavin. I can't. Now I can't.
I
Now I can't
remember
picture it in Hoth. Now I can't picture it.
Okay, whatever, Rusty. Fine.
Damn.
Rusty. We're gonna have Rusty on our
Rusty.
show if he's still alive.
Rusty don't know shit.
Little not here. Rusty,
And
work on this.
Rusty was making things up pretty much and seen the movie once. I mean, it's just what it is.
Cliff,
You wrote a book on a movie you saw once?
do you guys know the story behind the book? He gathered all the questions and all the answers, put the document all together, presented it to Del Rey Publishing. Del Rey said no. And then George Lucas heard, and George Lucas got the manuscript. He said, absolutely. We're not going to stop this kid.
That's
so
awesome.
this was personally approved by George Lucas. Every question, every answer.
Hold on. Hold up Rusty's picture again.
Sure.
Put it next to your face, Scott.
No.
Oh, let me tell you, when that came up today from 82, I'm all, is that a picture of Scott from 1982 that he put on there?
I thought
Looked like I have red hair.
Dude, people's hair color changes.
It's a long time ago.
Yeah.
I didn't know that was Rusty.
far, far away.
Oh man!
All right, so
Rusty for vacation.
I
Cliff
thought that was Scott, too.
Cliff wanted question
Mr.
68.
Griswold?
Yes.
Cliff, what color codes were given to the two squads of rebel fighters attacking the Death Star?
Red and gold.
I'm waiting for Cliff to answer.
Oh.
Since we're on a bit of a delay, it's going to take a minute. So, Fallen Fett, what is your number?
There you go. Cliff got it.
Cliff got it.
33.
33. The final question of the night.
We didn't do 66. How do we not do 66?
Oh, yeah.
Next.
Execute 166.
I did 66 on
Gordon.
the community page.
Oh,
Look at Gordon.
thought
The
that was
guys,
69.
same wavelength.
Oh, yeah,
same
look at that
wavelength.
funny.
All right. I'll ask it. All right. Question number 33. How many captured rebels were marched down the hall by the stormtroopers? Oh, that's a good question.
Like,
Is there a multiple choice or is it?
who
I'm
here
checking.
honestly counted them?
Mm-mm.
I'm going
There is a
with.
definitive number.
I'm going all in. I'm
Okay.
betting all my money, and
Okay.
I'm going with 13.
Oh,
I'm gonna
so
go with
close.
6. Oh,
Okay.
so
Anybody
close.
else?
I'm gonna go with 5.
Marco.
I know.
Joe-
11's
Wow.
my lucky number.
11's your
Let's
lucky
go with
number.
that.
Darth Moocher wins. It was 6.
Oh,
Dang,
what?
I got
All right.
Shut up.
And so
Who
does
went to
Gordon.
5?
Gordon gets it.
And so does
too.
Mark Ross.
Gordon, Mark, dang, you nerds.
No,
I don't, dude. I don't know. I just guessed.
All right. Fine.
Get a
Final
life.
question.
And Rick Jones.
Final question. Hey, Rick Jones, what's up, man? Final
Rick
question
Jones.
for the night. We are going to throw it to the pit. You guys here are not allowed to answer. This goes to the pit.
Okay.
Question number 66.
Execute it.
What was the name of Luke's best friend who was slain in the Battle of the Death Star? Boom. First and last
Toby.
name, please. Bob.
It's not Antilles.
Toby Antilles.
Toby Antilles.
Toby Antilles. We are waiting just a moment for the answers to start
they're coming
rolling
in.
Are they coming in?
They're coming in. Let's see here.
I don't see anything.
They're coming in fast.
Right there.
I can't shake him.
There we go.
Boom.
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 Bigs.
And Cliff with
Big
the first
Star
and
Fighter.
last name.
Yeah.
Bam.
Gordon, last name only.
Big
Mando,
Star
Larry.
Fighter.
No, that's not Larry. Larry's still on Tatooine.
That is
All
such
right.
a porn star's name, dude.
Big
Big
Star.
Starglider.
Mm.
He had the mustache for it.
Mark Ross, big something. You're right, because we never want to ask this kid about last names because he's
Yeah.
no, big
Big
something.
Santilles.
Big
Big
something.
Zorgana.
Yeah.
Oh, that would have been awesome.
Big
I really wish.
So
All
who
right.
wants to spin the wheel?
What could the dude like? What
Well, we could spend the last couple minutes on this and like.
I
end
have
it
no
with a bang.
objection. Let's roll.
Yeah.
All right, go for it, Scott. Hey, that trivia.
Oh.
Trivia is always
That
fun,
was
by the
fun.
way.
We gotta do
Yeah.
that again.
Oh man.
All right. Let me make sure I've got the right window up and running here. Here we go. Ready, guys?
Ready?
Let's go.
We are spinning.
A lot
Like
less
Yonder.
topics when you take off all the moochers.
Yeah, that's true.
Yes, that was funny. By the
Disney
way,
era.
Disney era Star Wars. So, what do we think about?
Oh, we
Disney
talked about
era
that
Star Wars?
today.
Yeah.
Awesome. Oh
Well,
man.
Well, I mean,
It had okay. Look, it's
Not all bad.
It's given us a lot of stuff. If we sat down and broke it down, and maybe I'll do this one day and do all the Lucasfilm like pocket of stuff, right?
Yeah,
And then look
yeah.
at all the Disney stuff. I bet they're getting pretty close to even now. Disney's putting out a shit ton of stuff, right?
yes, yes.
And there's some great stuff that we always thought we were going to get with Lucas, like live television action.
Mm-hmm.
Right? They finally made that happen. Remember, Marco, for years we were waiting for this 100-episode series to
Oh,
come
God.
out, right? And that was the talk forever, right? Everything we
Yeah.
saw, he already
He
had
did.
them written, 100,000, underground, blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
So now we're getting kind of that. So Disney's been able to make that happen, whereas Lucas couldn't.
Right.
They did get us, whether you like it or not, gave us a closure to our legacy characters, whether
Yeah.
it's liked or not. They
Yeah.
gave us the closure, and they put together some really, really solid stories. Now they've also had some misses. High Republic's half and half. probably the canon books are about half and half. But when you look at Lucasfilm era, it was kind of the same way, right?
Yeah.
It might be more a 60-40 good to bad over there, maybe a little bit better on some of it, but some of it was just straight garbage too. Some of it was really hardcore, out of Star Wars sci-fi type stuff.
Yes.
And I know that sounds weird, but Star Wars is more fantasy than
like I said,
sci-fi.
in our Jedi archives, we could pull out sections like books like, is this even Star Wars? Like, it doesn't even
exactly. So I think the old EU kind of went a little bit sci-fi and sometimes, and more Star Trek-y feeling.
Oh yeah.
So the Disney era, you take away the sequel trilogy is what's killing everybody, honestly, and it's only the last two. You take away Last Jedi and Rise of Skywalker and kind of redo them, we wouldn't even be having this talk. Solo wasn't bad. It was damn good, actually. Rogue One was fantastic. The Disney series have been pretty good, besides my questions about Fett, but that can be worked out still, right? Yeah. And it wasn't like it was horrible. It was just why the hell is still in my head, right? I go to sleep every damn night. Why? What's your angle, Boba? Every night.
It keeps you up at night.
It is. It's not work. It's not family. It's
how many times I almost texted you at night, being like, I have a thought.
Please do. Help me. I have a thought. Darth Lucher. But that's my thought. I think the Disney era is doing what it's supposed to do and keep letting Star Wars grow. I do think we're playing a little bit the little bit of the game that everything else is playing, and we have to just live with that through this era of time we're in, right?
Yes.
I'm not oblivious to that, but I think for the most part, this Disney era has been strong for us. It's been great for our talk. It's been great to keep us all together, even the 40-year-old folks that are still hanging out with the kids show and kids movie 45 years later. I think it's cool, right? Yeah. So Disney's kept that alive for us because we couldn't still be talking about the prequels.
Right.
No, we'd be done.
Mando Mike says Disney era honestly has given us too much cookie cutter, stupid happy ending. Nothing is too dark. Flip flop. Good guys win. Bad guys win. It's all happy ending nonsense.
Yeah, but when has it ever been the opposite?
You have to be happy in the end, right? Rise of Skywalker had to have a happy ending. Last Jedi did not.
Return of the Jedi had a happy ending.
Yeah, but like all Star Wars besides Empire Strikes Back, I mean, when has it ever? Yeah.
And
Who doesn't like happy endings?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, like, but that's the.
I love him, Joe.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, Rebels had some dark things. Clone Wars had some dark things.
Absolutely.
Rebels didn't end on a high note.
No, it didn't. I mean,
everybody's.
Neither did Clone Wars. Clone Wars ended with, the fall of the Jedi Order. I mean, you look at that. Those last 4 episodes.
All
right. Well, sorry, Mando Mike.
Go, Joe.
We just slapped you around.
For everything not that I didn't like from the Disney era, the story of Kylo Ren made up for everything, and they gave that to us. And just the fight with Vader and Kenobi alone.
Yeah.
That right there made up for a lot of things. Not a lot of things, but for everything that I didn't really like about what they were doing. I mean, we finally got to see that full-on battle with Vader and Kenobi.
The stuff that we didn't know we needed.
That's something that you don't take for granted. Like, seriously, you don't really take that battle for granted. If you really sit down and watch that battle, that's epic.
Yeah. Take that a step further, dude. We've seen Vader in some of the hardest ass shit he's ever done, right?
Yes.
The Rebels bits, between getting smashed by an ATST and moving it, and the guys, oh shit, what are we dealing with here? Yeah. To him flying up on a TIE fighter to see Ahsoka, right?
To confront Ahsoka.
The whole thing with Ahsoka, to his fight, to his hallway scene in Ahsoka. Yeah. I mean, in Rogue One. Oh, no. But you're right, dude. They've done Vader in the comics about the surrounded by dead men.
Gordon just mentioned it right now. The end of Rogue One, we all lost our shit.
Yeah.
We did. Yeah.
They have treated Vader like he should be. Vader has been really treated well.
The only problem is a lot of people think it's not enough. A lot of people still want more Vader. I've seen so many people asking for a Vader series, and I don't think it's necessary because what we're getting is so good.
If you did that too much, it would get watered down, and it would feel like shit, right? And it would go.
You want
too
more
far.
Vader? Read the comics. They're very, very good at giving you a lot more darker Vader and stuff like that. But
too many opportunities for him to do something out of character.
Yes, that's what I'm saying.
And you'd have to. You'd have to in a full series. You would have to deal with the comics too, right? Where he's dealing with flashbacks, and books too, where he deals with flashbacks of the old time and stuff
comics
like that.
Comics do it great.
Yeah, so I mean, it wouldn't be horrible, but you would really kind of, it would be dumbed. A series would be dumbed down. It wouldn't be emotional as far as his head. It would be
I like the sporadic things we get with Vader because they're all epic and they're all like, oh my god, at the build up to it, and then he comes in and he just destroys and then leaves. You're like,
it's like, oh shit, we just got Vader. That kind of thing. Yeah.
I'll never say we don't need a Vader because I need as much Vader as I can possibly get.
Right.
But I'm happy with what we've gotten.
Yeah.
See,
they've
the
done
thing
him right,
though,
dude. They've done him right.
The thing that they do with Vader in the series, though, is they always kind of pair him with somebody else. They don't let him really carry the story himself. They either pair him with Dr. Aphra, who's the sarcastic, wisecracking female side, or Ochi of Bastoon, who's the wisecracking bounty hunter asshole that needs to just die. So they never eventually, they never let him play it straight. You know what I mean? He's always somebody's foil. I don't know.
Yeah. My opinion on the Disney era is when it was first announced, I was ultra excited because, in my opinion, if Star Wars was to be sold off, I thought Disney was the perfect company to do it because of the George Lucas Disney marriage of goes back to Star Tours, goes back to all kind. I mean, even Captain EO was, really inspired by a lot of things Star Wars, and it just felt right. It felt right. It felt like we're in good hands. In my opinion, though, I think they stumbled out of the gate because I don't think they knew how to start the process. And they started with something I thought maybe should have been way off in the distance and maybe started with like a Solo or Rogue One. I think if they started with Rogue One and Solo, I think it would have been a different situation where they can concentrate on 7, 8, 9 down the road instead of starting with 7, 8, 9. Because that's a very major
That's a cool
thing for us to really grasp. Like, you're doing episodes 7, 8, and 9 first.
Yeah.
We were excited, but I think they stumbled out of the gate, and now I honestly think they're finding their footing. Moving forward with the Disney Plus shows and other content, it's just that when stuff like Rian Johnson comes full circle, that's what scares me again because they need to admit their
wasn't out of the gate. Force Awakens was okay. We were all still pretty pumped after Force Awakens and Rogue One.
I just thought it was
very
like
derivative.
It
was very derivative though, and I think had they given it more time to come up with a story, we might have gotten something a little more unique. That's the one thing that I give Rian Johnson is he pushed the story. He started off with a story that it had to go a certain way with Luke. Why else would Luke have abandoned everything? Why else would Luke, they give Rian Johnson a lot of crap about Luke and Luke's arc, but it's the only thing that really makes sense would be for him to lose everything, go into hiding, and to quit. Why, if he shut himself off from the Force and he doesn't feel what's going on in the galaxy, he doesn't feel the obliteration of the Republic. Right. Why is he? It's just.
Well, that's the whole thing, Scott. It's like
step with Rian Johnson with that character.
Or give it some space in between the movies, and then you could kind of figure out that she's been with him for 6 months, kind of turned him around. You could have worked it different. It could have been worked a little bit different, but you would have needed a time jump a little bit within the film to make it work. No, but that's it.
100%. I think if they would have started slow instead of starting with a punch to the face like they wanted to, if they started slower, meaning like. I know Disney Plus wasn't even a mention probably back in then, or maybe something that was just on the drawing board. But if they were like, look, we're gonna give a Star Wars movie and then maybe another thing going here, and then really concentrate and feel where the atmosphere is on Star Wars. Again, hindsight, right? I mean, this is something that it's like they probably know. Well, my hoping is that they know this now, which is good. Okay, then moving forward, they seem to be really turning on the heat on it. Like I don't think Disney at first would let go what Vader and Kenobi did in that Kenobi series. Like that was ultra violent to a T that was worked so good. I don't think they were ready to start with that. You know what I mean? Like they weren't familiar enough to start with that. We would have loved it, but they were too scared to do that until now. It's like, this is what works. Here's what's in the black and here's what's in the red.
I think they're used to this machine, right? And they can just churn out Pixar movies when they need to, or regular animation, or change some animation to live action, and do all these things really fast and stuff. Then they get hold of an MCU, right? They've watered down the MCU like fucking crazy. And there's my one, right? They've made that
God
to the point where
We get
Oh,
each
no, R.
We
Now
get
we're
It's
each
all
R.
water, but it's getting watered down, right? But they can keep putting it out because, and I'm sorry to say this, because they're becoming worse than us, and Star Wars fans. They'll consume whatever the hell and then tell you it was great, and that's the thing. They're not
That's funny.
It's not quite as. At least we're objective about stuff,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
It's
yeah,
like,
yeah.
oh no, that was pretty bad. I got it. MCU, you can give them a turd, and they're going to tell you it's a burger. And that's the problem we're having. That they just keep churning that out, and it's okay. You can't do that with Star Wars. You can't tell a linear story. They figured that out. You can go backwards and forwards. This is Star Wars, right? And you can't churn it out.
That's
the
true,
way
Cliff.
they do Marvel.
Yeah, that's true, Cliff. MCU can get rebooted without even blinking an eye. You're
You
right.
can't
It's just,
reboot Star Wars though.
you can't
Period.
do. Like I said, it's Star Wars is a fragile IP, and it always has been. We own this stuff to our detriment sometimes.
Right.
We own it too much that I thought that they rushed into, like, they bought it, they put their $4 billion and they had to get that back like ASAP. And so they put out this script that, like I said, in hindsight, I'm saying that they should have not started with the episodic movies. They should have done something lower and then built up to it. Like having that moment, like we're getting movies that builds up to 7, 8, and 9. Like Shadows of the Sith, that would have been a great movie building up to what we got. And I think it would have been,
That's
A Disney Plus series, anything.
Yeah, you said though Star Wars can't be rebooted, and you're absolutely right. But this is exactly why we need to either move into the past or into the future, as far away as possible from our core characters. High Republic cheated by going back to a time where they could rely on Yoda if they felt the need to. They haven't really used him so far, but the stories have been kind of mediocre at best.
Maybe they should use him.
Maybe they should use him.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But that we need to go to a time pre-Yoda. We need to go post.
Yes, I agree.
Couple hundred years in the future. Something.
They started with Old Republic, that we wouldn't be having this discussion.
But the 100 years and a couple hundred years in the future, does that just play into Grogu now? And they've saved it again by they're always putting a safety net out, right? Like, hey, if we're gonna do a later story, like let's call it 500 years in the future, Grogu can be in that. He can save us if we need him.
Yeah, like I said, I think they're doing stuff to, like, okay, we've learned, like, they're a learning curve. It's like, oh man, now we're inventing things. Grogu, the Mandalorian, stuff that's really, really catching on the like a world phenomenon again. Like we have Grogu, who is a world phenomenon that only Star Wars can do. You know what I mean? And they stumbled across that. You know what I mean? Like they didn't start with that. They stumbled across, and I think I'm thankful for that. At least we're at this point. You know, like Cliff said, in hindsight, J.J. Abrams probably wasn't the person for the job. I was excited for it because I was like, yeah, all right, cool. But then you look and like out of Force Awakens, I was like, man, that's something that I didn't think that I needed in Star Wars, was a rebooted kind of like a catch-up mechanic that had some things moving forward, but it was a catch-up mechanic, and I never thought Star Wars needed a catch-up mechanic. You know what I mean? And that's my problem with how they started. It was like, wait a second, that was a rebooted Star Wars movie, a reimagining Star Wars movie, but with progression in mind, and I didn't like it. I was like, that's why I'm like, okay, let's see what the next one does. Okay, let's see how they finish it. Then I'm like, all right, yeah, you know what? I like Mandalorian way better. I like the novels way better. I like so much things that they're doing now that I probably will get to that point where, like, okay, everything meets up to sequels, and then I can headcanon, especially if we give us a special edition. We can make it work, dude. We're good at that. Like, our line talk is making things work, right? It's headcanoning things and putting pieces together is what we do, and that's the fun part about being a Star Wars fan. We
talk so much on this subject. I don't think we got time to roll the wheel again.
No, I think
we definitely don't have time for that. We're going into old school 2-hour limits here in a minute.
Yeah, right.
Ernie's about to fall asleep sitting down.
Yeah.
So
okay, let's wrap it up. Let's just mention a couple people in the chat as far as like their final thoughts. So Monique is saying she's talking. Yeah, the comics. Yeah. Definitely read them. They are very good. I mean,
she does make a point with Vader. Vader's like that fine wine that you can't drink every day. He's a special occasion type.
You're right, 100%.
Person that you don't want to water him down. Like, I mean, as much as I would love a new Vader series and everything Vader, again, he's like that type of fine wine that you drink on special occasions.
Yeah, you just sprinkle him in for pow, And then you're like, all right,
Yeah, and it's been working every single shot.
Yeah, they haven't had a miss yet with Vader.
No, they have not. And I dare anybody to challenge that statement. Like, where has Disney missed on Vader himself?
Even the books have been strong. Everything to do with Vader, the Thrawn Vader book, the Lords of the Sith. Those were all very strong. I love Lords of the Sith. I know you don't love it.
I need to give it another try. I couldn't get past the fact that I just didn't care about Cham Syndulla.
Oh, I don't care about Cham at all. I just care about Vader and the Emperor's relationship, and that's what really plays a part in that book.
Yeah.
And
it's funny how I haven't read. I don't think I'm finished with that book, but the comics relationship, those two relationships are very volatile. Like
the Emperor is always just
everything is a
on
test.
him, dude. Yeah. Everything, dude. He's been going for 23 years with it by just testing. By the time Return of the Jedi comes up, right?
Oh, it's pure hate, man.
Tested
it's
constantly. Yeah. There's a point where he's like, "F this."
Yeah.
I like Santo 1414 right here, real quick. When your car was breaking down, did it make the sound the Millennium Falcon makes when it's going to light speed and breaks down?
No, I wish, but I did
my
scream
head,
like R2.
Yeah, the screaming R. Ernie was doing the R2 scream. Yeah, so definitely.
He turned around. He was hitting all the things on the side. Hit the window.
It's not my fault. It's not my
fault.
Hold on.
Did you bypass the compressor?
No, we should have. That was my
bypass the compressor.
Yeah.
Anyway, Gordon says Vader is like a nice Chianti.
Yes, and then of course Mark Ross follows it up.
Nice.
Oh man, yeah. So Gordon, exactly. It's not my fault. It's exactly.
He
what I
kept
was
saying that, and all I kept doing was praying. Please get us up. Please get us up. Here.
Ernie, stop crying. We got. This.
Should I get out and push? You might.
Ernie's just rocking back and forth.
Window was down. Everything.
It was bad.
You had to turn the air off, put the windows down to make sure you made it up.
We did.
Yeah, you were really ready to break down.
Yes.
It wasn't overheating. It was, I don't know what was happening, but I was going like 15 miles an hour and I was flooring it and I could not get past it. Yeah.
80s music was down. The radio was totally down. Windows down.
The radio is not affecting you there. Is that
I got it. Is
that like turn it down to find a street sign type of thing? Is that one of those?
Yeah, it was.
Smell something?
It was.
Listen to you smell something.
I mean, it clicked, and I'm just laughing, telling stories, and that just oh shit. Did I imagine that? Did that really happen, or what? And then I see Margot, hitting the instruments.
Yeah.
What's going on?
Turn all the non-life support systems off.
Yeah. Ernie, lower the front shield.
All power to the front shields and go.
And the boosters. Thank you, Santo 1440. You guys are the best. I appreciate that so much. But
we had trucks passing us on the path.
I just got behind a big rig and he was trying to make me pass him. I'm like, no, dude, you're good.
Going uphill on a bicycle, he's passing you.
It was.
A hitchhiker put his thumb down. Walk past you.
Yeah.
That was all. That was it.
Way your vehicle learned to communicate, but it has the most peculiar.
Oh man.
The funny thing is, it's good now. I don't know what happened. It's just good.
It's running normal now.
Yeah, it is. It has not.
Marco.
It's so stupid.
Nothing. So next time we're renting a car.
Yeah,
make sure everybody's coming.
I don't know how I feel about this, Gordon. The show is even funnier with less Star Wars content.
That's what happens, Gordon.
Well, hell.
Hey, Gordon. Hey, thank you so much again for pulling me out of the Sarlacc Digest just for a moment and get back into Middle Earth for a second. But I trusted you guys to hold the show down. You guys did great.
We lost 4 followers only, but we made them back.
So that was one was me, by the way. Sorry about that.
I'm sure
for that. Yeah, I thumbs down that too.
He thumbed down because of the comment about the one beard hair.
Yeah, the one beard hair, which I'm not trimming. I will never trim.
That was him over there. I was nothing but love. That was him over there.
Yeah, I made notes.
We were true
ludicrous speed. Yeah, we were definitely in a ludicrous speed.
Me and Marco were in talks at one time of that. When is now? Now. Is it still making the sound? It did then. When? Right then.
You just missed it. When will then be now?
Oh man,
we're listening for everything. We got into that. Whew. Good time. Engine 2's out. It was so bad, Joey.
Yeah. All right, guys, let's get out of here.
Hey, thanks for that, Gordon.
Yeah. Let's get out of here. Next week we're gonna have whatever D23 drops, whatever else Disney Plus drops. So we will have that, of course, to break down. I'm hoping there's something good. But then, of course, the following week after that, we have Andor to dive into.
Yeah.
Oh, it's gonna be so good. So good.
Crystal couldn't be with us this week because of a convention up in Portland, and she can't be with us next week because of Las Vegas Comic-Con. So,
right.
But she said she will be back for Andor.
The Kyber Crystal will return in 2 weeks, right before Andor, right when we start getting into Andor.
How convenient.
Remember, our goal beginning of this year was to hit 1,000 by Andor. Now, luckily, they moved it back by a month, and we're just 67 subs away. They gave us a second shot here. This is like when you're playing as a kid in basketball, and you're like, 3, 2, 1, foul when you miss. Or that was just the first quarter, no problem. That kind of thing. So same thing, right? 1,000 by Andor is still the goal. 67 people. Help us out.
Yeah,
Damn.
we have
make it count.
Yeah, we have giveaways to do at our 1,000, and the pit will be privy to getting first dibs on that. We have Patreon stuff. We've got stuff planned for 1,000. So tell a friend and everything. And of course, everybody, what helps this channel out tremendously is to Wampa stomp that like button.
Oh,
please.
my Wampas aren't here. Oh, here's one.
Wampa stomp it. You guys didn't Wampa stomp it last week.
We didn't.
Go back and Wampa stomp all of our shows. Go back and I love it.
He's got a squeaker.
Go back and view all our shows. Hey, you can put our show on idle when you go to sleep. Just put our show on.
Oh my God.
Run your bots. Oh, did I say that? No.
Do it.
Do it. No. We've gone this far without bots. We can let it be.
No, just everything helps, guys. Like, a comment in the section. We will definitely have a 1,000 subscriber giveaway. We can't wait for that because that really puts us on the map as a Star Wars show. We already are on the map. We appreciate everything, of course, our Patreons and our pit does and involves. Even if we stay at this level forever, I don't care. I love what we do. I love the people that we meet doing this too. So again, thank you. Tomorrow, a new hot topic drops, so pay attention to that. Chris breaks down some things that potentially might become.
Yes, I'm obsessed with it, but it's fine. Because I'm going to be right.
That's a good trivia. What do you think Chris will be talking about Hot Topic? Show your arm, Chris.
It's right there.
Yeah. hint number 8. All right,
Shocking.
guys. Yes, Miss Sunflower. Hey, good to see you also.
Hey.
And sorry, hands off. Road to 1,000. That's it, man. So tell a friend. Make sure you like. Make sure you comment too on our podcast too, because that helps too. And we answer.
Yes, we do.
I'm gonna send it off to Ernie to take us out the rest of the way. But thank you, everybody. Missed you last week, but we're here to stay. So I'll see you guys next week.
Yeah, everything that Marco said. Thank you guys. Hit that subscribe button, hit the bell for notifications, and hit all. And then go tell a friend. Don't forget to catch up on all those other episodes. Be part of the replay crew. And go. We got lots of content on there, from 1-minute reviews to Hot Topic is now back. Yay. Be sure and go check out all the old episodes so that you fully know the mind of Grad Admiral Franz. So it's crazy. So get in there, watch the old ones. New one will drop tomorrow. Hit the subscribe button once again. If you feel so inclined, yes, please do go on to our Patreon and become a member. Chris News new pops that are coming out at D23, so we really need to buy those. That would definitely help. And then thanks to the Red 5 Network, who puts us out with all their other shows and everything else. It's a great group of shows on there. Red 5 Network. Go check it out. Thank you so much. Don't forget, we're on all social media, from Instagram to Twitter to TikTok to our Facebook Central. Be a part of all that 24/7 Star Wars talk. It's a cool place to be. Bring a friend on over there too, and then tell them to come over here and subscribe. Don't forget about our sponsor, Tashi Station Emporium, who just dropped rock stands for all you He-Man collectors out there. Rock stands will be available in 2 different colors. Go on Tashi Station Emporium, drop Sarlacc Digest in there, and receive 10% off.
Links in the description below. I don't have anything to show you. What a bad sponsor.
Here's a basic stand
none
here.
of those count. He's supposed to. If he's selling rock, he needs to be showing it.
Yeah.
Friday, the rock stands drop, and Thank you, Scott, for the promo ads too. You guys check out the Instagram too to see some special Scott
Go there.
Solo
Tashi
artwork.
Station Emporium.
Anytime.
I
my
sell
friend.
rock stones, Joe Rogan. Yeah, there you go. Let's do it. That's it.
Did we miss anybody? Artist Scott Solo, Bootleg Joe, Ernie, all your
All our
shows. You got you?
Yeah, Fallen Fed Chronicles on YouTube. Link is down there too. Is it? Is it down there?
Yes, it is.
Okay.
Absolutely. We got
There's
you.
that. We just jumped on from there, and that starts at 5:30 on Wednesdays. Toy Migos Are Not Dolls at 8, and I will be coming back with Boba Squadron here soon as well too.
Nice.
That's on Toying Around channel. So
Special
check 'em all
shout out. Special shout out to our buddy Ro, who just piped in from Facebook. What's up, Ro?
Oh, is that Ro?
It's Ro.
Ro?
What up,
Oh,
Ro?
Ro?
Ro.
Our Ro?
Ro Coley.
Yeah.
What's up, dude?
What's up,
See,
bro?
it says Facebook
Ro.
user.
Yeah,
I know.
It's stupid.
Something that StreamYard doesn't allow us to. I don't know.
Yeah. But also Rogue Toys Crystal. Did you get her too?
Yeah.
And Rogue Toys. So there we go.
Yep.
Show up to one of those
follow our
shows and
links.
go say hi.
Yeah.
Let's talk about me again.
Yeah.
All right.
So Chris,
Hot topic.
all right, guys,
Tomorrow.
let's get out of here. Thank you, everybody, again. With that, Scott.
Keep it nerdy, everybody.